everyone. I hope you all are good and safe. So this session is for class 11th and I feel like I'm meeting you people for the first time. So my name is Akshmala and I will be teaching you physics. Here in this session, we will be discussing questions of AIET 1, the test that you took recently. So what will be the discussion pattern? Basically, I have selected some important questions in which I feel like you may have doubt. Done. So one by one, we will navigate through all those important questions. So let's get started. This is the very first question of discussion, question number 4 of your textbook, sorry, of your test paper. So what is the question? List count of a stopwatch is 1 by 5 seconds. So stopwatch that is getting used has a list count of 1 by 5 seconds. Time of 20 oscillation of a pendulum is measured to be 25 seconds. So like there is a pendulum and if it is oscillating for how many times? If it is oscillating for 20 times, then timing measured is how much? 25 seconds. So time for one oscillation can be written as time period and that will be equal to how much? 25 by 20 because 25 seconds it is taking for 20 oscillation. So this is the time period. Now, what is the maximum percentage error in the measurement of its time period? Done. So maximum percentage error we have to write. Then what is the formula? That will be equal to delta T by T into 100. Done. Now the question is, T already we have calculated. What will be your delta T? That is your error in the time. So list count here is given 1 by 5 seconds. And here we are taking 20 observations. What is the purpose of taking more number of observation? That is done to basically reduce the error. Done. So this 20 oscillation will have contribution in reducing the error. That is why here list count or you can say list count of the stopwatch is 1 by 5 seconds. But here delta T won't be equal to list count. It will be equal to 1 by number of observations into list count. That is how much? 1 by 5. So this is going to be equal to how much? This is going to be equal to 1 by 100 seconds. Now we can put the value and get the answer. So what will be the answer here? This is 0.01 divided by T. T is your 25 by 20 and this is into 100. Then this is percentage error in time, right? So if you're going to cut it, this will get cut like this, and if you're going to cut this two things, what answer you're going to get? It will be equal to how much? 0.8%. Because if it is 200, 200 by 25 is 8. Since it is 20, it will be 0.8. So 0.8% answer. Okay? So correct answer will be what? 8. Now let's move on to the next question. In a new system of unit, length is alpha meter, mass is beta kg, and the unit of time is gamma second. The value of 1 joule. Done. So value of 1 joule in this new system. So basically what we have to do, we have to convert one unit of system into another. And if anywhere you have to convert one unit of system into another, what you need to do is you need to write one simple equation और वो क्या होता है? N1 U1 equal to N2 U2. Where N1 is what? It is an integer. U1 is what? First system of unit. N2 is integer again, and U2 is what? Second system of unit. Now let's put the value. So in one system of unit, its magnitude is 1 and its unit is joule, right? In second system, we know what is unit of length, what is unit of mass, unit of time. Okay? So basically this is joule here. So it is talking about energy. Then, so in first system, if I say this is first system of unit, suppose, and this is my second system of unit. Then, so for first system of unit, magnitude is 1. U1 can be written as what? Let's write here its dimension. Okay. So this is joule. आप यहाँ पे क्या लिखोगे? You will write here. Let's say I'm writing here M1. क्योंकि dimension of energy is what? Dimension of energy is ml square T minus 2. So in first system of unit, I'm writing it as M1 L1 square T1 minus 2. N2 we don't know, right? We have to tell this value in this question here. So N2 and U2 you can write here as what? Let's write now M2 L2 T2 minus 2. Simple, I have written like this. Now let's convert, okay? So 1 into, since this is joule, here M1 can be written as M, that is mass, length and time. Okay? This is N2. M2 can be written as what? M2 is how much? Here unit of mass is what? Beta kg. So this is basically beta M. Kg means M here, done. So this is beta M into L2. Unit of meter here is alpha meter. So this is alpha L ka square. T2 time unit here is gamma second. So here it will be treated as gamma T. And how much you are going to put? You are going to put minus 2. Now we need to solve it. And after solving, we will get the answer. So if you see it here, 1 into what you can see, ml square t minus 2 equal to n2 beta alpha ka square gamma ka minus 2 power, and here you will see ml square t minus 2. So this whole will get cancelled from here. N2 is equal to how much? N2 is equal to 1 by beta alpha ka square gamma ka power minus 2. So this is equal to gamma ka square beta alpha square. So N2 value will be this. So in this unit, value of 1 joule is how much? Gamma ka square by beta into alpha ka square. Okay? So correct answer will be what? Correct answer will be A. Okay? That's not mentioned here. Correct answer is here A. Now let's look at this question. Figure shows ABCDEF as regular hexagon. What is the value of AB plus AC plus AD plus AE plus AF? Done. So let's solve it. You can easily solve this question if you know the basic rule of addition for what? For vectors, right? That pictorial addition. So we already know that if there are suppose two vectors, vector A and there is another vector, vector B. And if we have to add these two vectors, A plus B, suppose we have to do. So if to do A plus B, what we need to do is on the head of A, we need to put the tail of B, and then we need to combine these two like this, and this will become A plus B. So this simple rule we will be using to solve this question. Here this is AB. AB here can be written as what? If you look at this triangle, AO plus OB will be equal to what? AB. So AB can be written as what? It can be written as AO plus OB. This is done, right? Now let's see what AC can be written as. AC, because options are given in terms of AO. So we need to break all these terms into AO, right? So let's see here. AC can be written as what? It can be written as AO plus OC. And this will become equal to what? AC. So this is equal to AO plus OC. Done it? Now let's see what else we can do with AD. So AD, you see here, AD can be written as what? AO plus, this is again in the direction of AO, and this AO and OD are equal in magnitude. Direction of AO is same as OD. So AD can be written as 2AO, right? Now come to AE. This is AE, and this can be written as AO plus OE. So this is equal to AO plus OE, right? This can be written like this. Now, last thing left is AF. So AF can be written as what? You can see here. If you're not able to see, I will remove all these cases. Now you can see clearly AF can be written as AO plus OF. So this is AO plus OF. Now you see clearly here OB OB is opposite to OE, right? So this OB will get cancelled to OE, and you see here OC is opposite to OF. So this will get cancelled this, and it will remain as 6AO. So what should be the answer here? Answer should be 6AO. That is your D. Okay, this A was actually answer of previous one. Previous to previous one. Okay. So you don't need to get confused here. This question number 7 has correct answer as B. Okay. Now the velocity of particle is V. This component of velocity parallel to this vector in vector form is what? So you already know how to calculate component of one vector along another. Suppose it is like this. This is vector A and this is vector B. So if you have to calculate component of vector A towards vector B, for that you need to know this angle theta. And here component of A towards B will be how much? Mod A cos theta. So this is the component of A towards B. How to calculate it here? Because theta is not given, right? What we can do here, see, you know dot product. So here dot product of velocity vector dot A vector will be equal to mod V mod A cos theta, where theta is angle between B and A. We have to calculate component of velocity parallel to A. It means we have to calculate mod V cos theta. So mod V cos theta can be written as what? It can be written as V dot A divided by mod A. This is the magnitude of component of velocity towards A, but we have to write it in vector form. So if you see here, component of A towards B, we know it's mod A cos theta. This component is towards B. So in vector form, this can be written as this into unit vector in the direction of vector B. That is this. Okay? So unit vector in the direction of B can be written as B vector can be written as modulus of B divided by B unit vector can be written as B vector divided by modulus of vector, such that it will have a direction of B vector and it will have magnitude as 1. Done it? So this is this here. So here what we need to do to write it in vector form. So to write it in vector form, we need to write here unit vector in the direction of A, and unit vector in the direction of A can be written as vector A by modulus of vector A. Done. So this is going to be our answer. If you're going to do V dot A, अगर आप V dot A करोगे, what answer you're going to get? And I'm going to do it fast because you all must have done it already. I component will get multiplied, so 6 and the J2, and here this is -1, 6 minus 2, and here -1, that is +2. So this divided by mod A, this is A, इसका mod कितना होगा? 1 का square plus -1 का square plus -1 का square root under. So this is equal to √3. So this is √3 into √3 into vector A. So if you're going to solve it, this is 2 into vector A. Vector A is I minus J minus K. So this is 2I minus 2J minus 2K. So correct answer will be option A. Okay? Chalo. So this is the answer. Now let's do this question. If A plus B plus C is 0, then A cross B is equal to what? Done it? So when you encounter such questions, try solving it from the equation. Like here it is given A plus what we can do here. Only option given, only thing we can do is we can do something with this equation, right? That is only given. So A plus B equal to how much? Minus C vector. We have to calculate A cross B. Let's do one thing. Suppose यहाँ पे I'm doing A cross this. So here also I need to do. So if I will do here crossing, then it will A cross B with minus sign here. There is already minus sign. So that is like this. So A cross I'm doing this. Okay. So A cross A. Now let's apply the rule. So A cross A will become 0. Cross product of similar vector is what? 0, because angle will be 0. And A cross A is mod A sine theta. Theta is 0, sine 0 is 0. So this is 0 plus A cross B. And this is equal to how much? this is equal to minus A cross C. But if you look at the options, A cross B is not given as this, right? It means minus A cross C is not in the option. Can you see here? No, it is not in the option. So to again check it, if correct answer is in the option or not, we can do one more cross checking. That is with like this original equation is what? A plus B is equal to minus C. Now this time let's cross multiply it with vector B. We can cross check it, है ना? क्योंकि एक किया हमने, we didn't get the answer. Means we got the answer, but that answer is not in the option. We need to do another check also. Because if we are going with this and we are saying none of this, maybe answer is there. It may be, right? So let's do the cross product again. So B cross this we are going to do. So B cross A here, B cross A plus B cross C 0, and this is minus B cross C. So B cross A can be written as minus A cross B, and this is equal to minus B cross C. So minus minus will be cancelled. A cross B is how much? It is equal to B cross C also. So A is the correct answer. This is also correct, but this is not in our option, right? So correct answer will be what? A. Done it? So it's important that you do all things possible. You know? Because if you're only doing this, by chance, you won't get the answer, you will get the wrong answer because then you will take D. By chance, if luck is good, you are trying this thing, you will get the answer. Correct answer will be A. But it's always better to cross check. Okay? Now let's do this question. The velocity time graph or corresponding acceleration time graph is. So acceleration is given. You can see here between time 0 to t1, acceleration is constant. Acceleration is what? It is constant. And when acceleration is constant, velocity has to like acceleration is constant here, and that's positive also. It means velocity has to increase linearly. Why? Because A, you know, this is as dv by dt. So if A is constant, it means what? It means dv equal to a dt. It means velocity is, sorry, a dt, it is at. So v is linear function of time. Done. And that also it will be positive because acceleration here is positive. Now, if you look at time interval t1 and t2, acceleration is 0. Acceleration 0 means dv by dt is 0. It means velocity is constant. So between t1 and t2, velocity is constant. Between 0 to t1, velocity is increasing. It's positive. Done it. And between T2 and T3, if you look at what is happening here, here also acceleration is positive. It's constant and it's positive. So same as 0 to T1, it will have nature. Done. So linearly, again, it will increase. And its slope will be what? Positive. Here you can see V equal to AT. A is positive, it means slope is what? Positive, right? So what we have to, like if you go on to draw P versus T curve, so between 0 to T1, between 0 to T1, it will be a linear curve with positive slope. So it can look something like this. Between T1 to T2, velocity will be constant. So it should be something like this. And between T2 and T3, again, velocity should increase linearly with positive slope. Okay. So correct answer seems like what? It seems like B. Then solve this question. So there is a particle and it is getting dropped from the top of a tower of height h. So let's draw a tower of height h. So from here it is getting dropped, right? And at the same moment, second particle, there are two particles basically. So second particle is being thrown up from the bottom. So one is coming down and another at the same time is getting thrown up from here. So when you drop things, its initial velocity has to be 0. And when you are throwing something upward, definitely its initial velocity cannot be 0. They meet when the upper one has descended a distance h by n. So when upper one is going down by distance h by n, they are meeting here. So at that point, what has happened? First, second particle has gone up by h minus h by n. So this is the scenario. Now, what we have to do is the ratio of velocities when they meet up. When they're meeting, what will be the ratio of their velocities? That's the question, right? So let's calculate the velocity of first ball. So velocity of first ball when it will come down by h by n height will be how much? Or let's say that both the bodies are meeting after time t. Okay, after time t. So what will be the velocity of first body after time t? So let's do first the calculation for first body. So velocity v will be u plus at. U is 0 for the first body, right? And acceleration due to gravity will be what? It will be g. So I'm just writing, taking downward direction as positive for the first ball, then it will become v. So v equal to how much? It is gt. If I talk about the second ball, so second ball is going up with certain velocity. We cannot apply this plainly and get v value because u is not known. So let's first calculate the value of u. So S equal to ut plus half at square equation. Let's apply for the second particle. So second particle for S value for second particle is h minus h by n. And this is equal to how much? This is equal to ut minus half g t square. Now, can we calculate this value of t? Yes, we can calculate because if we apply which one? Like if we apply second equation of motion to the first particle, then we will get time. So first particle is coming down by h by n. Its initial velocity is 0, so ut is 0 and half g t square. So t value can be written here, right? So from here we can get t value. T is how much? 2h by how much? This is ng and this is 2 by. Okay, we can put that value of time here. H minus h by n equal to ut. Why I'm not like we can put the value of ut here also, but let's do first this half g t square. T square ka value if we're going to put, this will become 2h by ng. So this g will get cancelled, this 2 will get cancelled, and this is h by n. So basically h by n, this whole will get cancelled and h equal to ut. Okay, so u is coming something like this. Then we can put here the value of t and calculate in terms of h and n what is the value of u. But we have to calculate here the ratio of their velocity. So if I go on to calculate ratio of their velocity, like second particle will have the velocity of how much? Second particle will have velocity of u. Its initial velocity is in upward direction, acceleration is in downward. So u minus how much? This is your g t, and v1 is how much? V1 is your how much? That is g t. So if we go on to divide these two, v2 by v1, if I do, we will get what? U by gt minus 1. Done. So u by t, or here let's put the value here. So if you see here, what will happen? Put the value of u here. So if you're going to put the value of u, that will h by t. So h by gt square minus 1. Done it. And if you're going to solve it, now you need to simply put the value h by g. T ka square will be how much? It will be 2h ng minus 1. So this h will get cancelled. G will get cancelled. At by n by 2 minus 1. So this is n minus 2 by 2. So ratio will be 2 is to n minus 2. I hope it is clear. Now let's move on to the next question. So next question is this. Two particles are released from from the same height at an interval of 1 second. How long after the first particle begins to fall will the two particles be 10 meter apart? Okay. So there is a certain height from which particles are getting released at certain interval of time, and that interval is of 1 second. So first particle, suppose, is getting released at t equal to 0 time. It is getting thrown like this. And second particle is getting thrown after how much time? T equal to 1 second. Question is, how long after the first particle begin to fall will the two particles be 10 meter apart? So suppose Karlo, after T time, they are at 10 meter separation. So after T time, suppose first is here and second one is here, such that separation between these two is how much? 10 meter. So if I say after T time this is happening, it means first particle which started at T equal to 0 has traveled for time T, and second particle which started after 1 second must have traveled how much time? For time T minus 1. Done. So distance traveled by first particle minus distance traveled by second particle should be equal to 10 meter. So distance traveled by second particle, if I write ut plus half AT square formula you're going to use, since they are getting dropped, initial velocity for both the particle is 0. So this term is going to be 0. And since all this thing is in downward direction, I mean displacement happening in downward direction, acceleration due to gravity in downward direction, I am taking downward direction as something positive. Done. So S2 positive half g t square. And for first, sorry, this is for first particle I'm writing. Okay, because first particle is traveling for time t. Now, if I write the same displacement for second particle, I will be writing half g t minus 1 ka square. Definitely S1 is greater than S2 because first is traveling for longer time. Done. And this difference S1 minus S2 is equal to 10 meter. Now, let's differentiate it, right? Sorry, yeah, let's take the difference, not differentiate. So, यहाँ पे, if I'm going to write S1 minus S2, this is half G t का square minus t minus 1 का square. Let's break that. T square plus 1 minus 2t. Okay? And this is equal to how much? 10. So, if you're going to solve it, this is 10 by 2. So, this is 5. T square minus t square plus 2t minus 1. This is equal to 10. So, this is 2 times se cut hoga, this. And this is 2t equal to 3. So t equal to how much? This is 3 by 2. That is 1.5 seconds. So correct answer should be what? It should be 8. Okay? Chalo. Now let's look at another question. The displacement of the body along the x-axis depends on time like this. Then velocity of body. Then, so velocity of body will vary with time as what? Then here root under x equal to t plus 1. Since it is under root, differentiation seems like a bit difficult. It's not. But let's do one thing to make it more simpler. Let's square it on the both sides. So this will become x equal to t plus 1 ka whole square. If you're going to calculate its velocity, then velocity is what? Dx by dt. So we will do here dt plus 1 ka whole square by dt. So this is 2t plus 1 dt by dt 1. So this is this. Now you can see here velocity is directly proportional to time. So increases linearly with time, decreases linearly with time. No, it will keep on as t will always be positive. So if t has positive value, whole term here is positive only 2, 1 plus this plus time. So if t is increasing, whole this term will increase. So definitely velocity increases linearly with the time. So correct answer here also will be what? A. Now let's look at this question. A plus B plus C equal to 0. That is given. There are 3 vectors. Okay? And their sum is 0 like this. 2 equal in magnitude. Out of these 2, these 3 vectors, 2 are equal in magnitude. Let's say vector A and vector B are equal in magnitude. Okay? So they are equal in magnitude. Magnitude of third vector is root 2 times that of these 2. So magnitude of vector C, let's write as root 2 magnitude of vector A. The angle between the vectors are. So what will be the angle between these two vectors? You can use your intuition kind of like whatever questions you have solved, you may see here, see, a plus b plus c equal to 0. That is given, right? So if you see here, a plus b can be written as minus vector c. So if I take mod on the both side, you can see here modulus of a plus b is equal to minus modulus of vector c. So mod of a plus b is equal to mod of c, and it is given that mod a and mod b are what? Equal, right? Their modulus is equal, and this is equal to the modulus of vector c. Done. What does it mean? And done. So if you go on to like if this is जैसे मैं यहाँ पे लिखती हूँ, ठीक है, सपोज कर लो एंगल बिटवीन वेक्टर a and b is theta, suppose. So if you go on to write that, here you will write mod a square mod b square plus 2 mod a mod b cos theta, that you will write here, and that is equal to mod c. Now if you go on to put the value, mod b is mod a, so this here will become mod a का square, ठीक है, and रूट अंडर करोगे, है ना, mod निकाल रहे हैं हम, तो ये ऐसा हुआ, and plus what, 2 mod a का square cos theta. If you look at here this expression carefully, this is equal to mod c, right? So this will be equal, and mod c is root 2 mod a. So mod c will be equal to root 2 mod a only if cos theta term is 0. Okay? And this is only possible if theta is equal to 90 degrees. Done hai? So angle between a and b we have already calculated. Angle between vector a and vector b is what? 90 degrees. Such that their resultant is what? Their magnitude is what? Equal. Now, if A and B is getting added to C, then it is becoming 0. It means whatever resultant is of A plus A and B, that is A plus B, should be just opposite to that of vector C. Then only A plus B plus C will become 0, right? So, this angle is 90 degrees. And this will be 45 degrees. Why this is 45? Because A and B are equal vector. So their resultant will bisect them. So this is 45. And this pole is how much? 180 degrees. So 180 minus 45, this angle will become 135. And this angle will also become 135. So angle between the vector A, B and C. A and B is how much? 90 degrees. B and C is how much? 135. C and A is how much? 135. So again, correct answer is going to be what? ठीक है, चलो. Now let's look at this question. Let A and B be two non-null vectors. It means mod A is not equal to 0, and also mod B is not equal to, sorry, what I'm writing here, not equal to 0. Okay, and it is given in the question mod of A plus B is equal to mod of A minus 2B. And we have to calculate mod A by mod B. Only thing left is to solve this equation because nothing else is given, right? So we will move ahead with this equation. Suppose angle between A and B is theta. Let's say this is A and this is your B. Angle between these two is theta. So A plus B, mod of A plus B will be equal to what? It will be equal to mod A का स्क्वायर. सपोज कर लो mod A को मैं A लिख रही हूँ सिंपल, mod B को B लिखती, ठीक है. सो mod of A plus B को आप क्या लिखोगे? आप लिखोगे अकॉर्डिंग टू द फॉर्मूला A square plus B square plus 2AB cos theta. This is right. And mod of A minus 2B, it will be what? Mod, this is vector A and minus 2B will be greater in magnitude by 2 times with respect to B, and its direction will be opposite to B. So this is 2B minus of 2B, and this is your A. So A plus minus of 2B, angle between these two vector will be 180 minus theta. So its modulus will be A square plus 4B square plus 2A into 2B cos, how much angle you are going to put under cos? 180 minus theta. And cos 180 minus theta is how much? Minus 1. So this will become root under a square plus 4b square minus of how much? 4ab, right? So this is going to be the thing. Now let's put all those things over here in the equation. अगर आप यहाँ पे पुट करोगे तो क्या मिलेगा? चलो एक काम करते हैं, दोनों तरफ स्क्वायर कर लेते हैं टू मेक द like to make equation easily solvable, right? So यहाँ पे अगर आप पुट करोगे a square plus b square plus 2ab cos theta, sorry this is cos 180 minus theta ना, so minus 4ab cos theta होगा, not minus 1, cos 180 is minus 1, ठीक है? So a square plus b square, sorry, plus 4b square minus 4ab cos theta. So a square will get cancelled and this will become 6ab cos theta, and this is equal to how much? 3b square. If you go on to solve it more, 3 से 2 times में चला जाएगा. So cos theta, 2 cos theta is equal to how much? B by A. So mod B by mod A we have got 2 cos theta. But we here answer is not given in terms of theta. So we need to do certain kind of approximation, or we need to see which option can best be true for mod A by mod B. So mod B by mod A we have got in terms of cos theta. We know that cos theta is less than equal to 1, right? So 2 cos theta is less than equal to 2 into 1, that is 2, right? And 2 cos theta is here equal to B by A. So B by A is less than equal to 2. A by B, if I write A by B, I'm just doing 1 by of all these things. So this sign, inequality sign will also change. We've already studied, just 2 is greater than 1, but 1 by 2 is less than 1. So if you are taking inverse of things, inequality sign will also change. Same thing I will apply here. A by B is greater than equal to 1 by 2. Okay? So mod A by mod B will be greater than or equal to 1 by 2. So here 1 by 2 is not in the option. 1 by 4 is less than 1 by 2. 1 by 8 is less than. 1 by 3 is also less than. Only 1 is greater than 1 by 2. So C will be the correct answer. Okay? Now let's do this question. A seat of area 40 meters square is used to make an open tank. So we are making open tank. Okay, so let's draw the tank here. My drawing is not that good, but I will try making. So this is open tank, means this surface is not a surface. This is simply open. Okay, and this whole cube is getting made with the help of what? With the help of a seat, and its area is how much? 40 centimeters square. Question is, bottom of the tank has a square base. Okay, so suppose कर लो its dimensions are x and x like that. Okay, then find the dimension of base such that volume of this tank is maximum. We have to maximize the volume of this tank. Now, if you see, volume of this tank will be equal to how much? Let's say this height is y. So volume of the tank V will be equal to x square into y. We have to maximize this. Okay? Now, if we somehow write y in terms of x, then we can, by using mathematics, we can calculate the value of x at which value of volume will be maximum. Okay? So first we need to reduce y into x. How we can do that? So we can use this thing here. जैसे यहाँ पे पता है कि this whole cube is made with this seat. Done. So this whole cube has area of how much? This is x square. This bottom area is x square, and this is one side, this is another side, this is another, this is another, and each has an area of how much? 4xy. Since this is open, it has no area. This is an open tank. So total area is x square plus 4xy, and this should be equal to 40. Okay? अब यहाँ पे if you write here 4xy is equal to 40 minus x square. So if you write here y equal to how much? 40 minus x square by 4x. ठीक है? यहाँ पे वॉल्यूम को हम x टर्म में लिख सकते हैं x स्क्वायर इंटू 40 minus x square by 4x. If you go on to write it further, this will become how much? 40x minus x cube by 4. This is volume. We have to maximize it. You know how to maximize a function. You know or not? You know, because if there is a function fx say ax square plus bx plus bx cube plus cx, something like that. If we have to find the value of x at which this function will be maximum, what we do, we first differentiate fx for the first time with respect to x. Here it will be 2ax plus 3bx square plus c, and then we equate it to 0. And by equating it to 0, we get certain values of x. So suppose we got a1, b1, and c1 as a value of x. Suppose we got here, this is quadratic equation, so two value we will get a1 and b1, right? Now what we do is we do double differentiation, and under whatever we are getting here, in that equation, we put the value a1 first, and we try to see if f double dash value is what. This double dash means double differentiation, right? So if f double dash a is greater than 0, it means at x equal to a, the function fx is what? It is minimum. Okay? And if this is less than 0, it means what? At that value of x, function is maximum. So you already know these things. Now, same thing we need to apply here. So differentiate kar lo aap isko. If you are going to differentiate it, what value dv by dx I am going to do here. So this is 40 minus 3x square by 4. So 3x square is equal to how much? 40 by 3. And here, sorry, yeah, x square is 40 by 3. X का value क्या होगा? Plus minus 40 by 3. So here we are interested with positive value only, because this is, here there is no significance of negative value. So x is what? 40 by 3. और कोई value of x आ नहीं रहा, so we don't need to do the second checkup. Simply we will say that for x equal to 40 by 3 root under volume is going to be what? Maximum. You can check it also, like double differentiation if I do here. अगर मैं यहाँ पे करूँ v double dash x करूँ तो कितना आएगा यहाँ पे आप देख लो. This will come as minus 6x. So whatever value, positive value, if you are going to put here for x, v double dash x will always be negative. It means at x equal to anything positive, volume is what? Volume is maximum. Okay. So here correct answer will be root under 40 by 3. Now let's move on to the next question. So next question is, a ball is dropped from a tower if the distance traveled by it from 2 seconds to 2.5 seconds. Okay. Is how much? Is 27 meters. What is the total distance traveled until 2.5 seconds? So there is a tower, and from here you are dropping a ball. Done. And dropping means initial speed is 0. And here it is given that from 2 seconds to 2.5 seconds, how much distance it is covering? To 27 meters. Okay. So there is a rule basically, that is your Galileo's law of odd numbers. और वो कोई unique सा rule नहीं है. You can also derive it very clearly. जैसे अगर मैं यहाँ पे बोलूँ at time t, for first interval of time t, how much distance it will cover in the downward direction? Second equation of motion आप use कर लो. S equal to half a t square. For another interval of time 2t, suppose distance traveled will be half a into 4t का square. ठीक है. In third interval, I mean in t time, how much distance? Half a t square. In 2t time, how much? Half a 4t square. In 3t time, how much distance it will cover? Half a into 9t square. अगर मैं आपसे अब ये क्वेश्चन पूछूं कि 0 से t में it covered certain distance. From t to 2t, how much distance it covered? From 2t to 3t, how much distance it covered? So 0 to t it covered how much? Half a t square. And from t to 2t, how much? This minus this करोगे आप तो कितना हो जाएगा? Half a into 3t square. And for this, you will subtract this from this. So you will get half a into 5t square. Okay. So if I take these intervals, and if I take these intervals, then you can see here that ratio of distance covered is in what? 1:3:5. And you can check for longer intervals also, you will get ratio like this. So these are odd numbers. And that is what Galileo's odd number rule. So it says that distance covered by a ball dropped from certain height follows this ratio for intervals. 1:3:5:7:9. In our question, interval is what? Like at t=0, it was released. From 2 second to 2.5 second distance is given, 27. Let's take interval of 0.5 second. That will be beneficial for our interest, right? So 0 to 5 second, 5 second, sorry, 0 to 0.5 second. Let's take interval of 0.5 second. So 0.5 to 1 second, and then 1 second to 1.5, then 1.5 to 2, and then 2 to 2.5 seconds. So ratio, if I talk about, it will be 1:3:5:9 7:9. है ना? How many intervals? 1 2 3 4 5 1 2 3 4 5. Done है? Now for 2 to 2.5, how much it is given? 2 to 2.5. How much distance is given? 27 meters. So here we can say that, let's say in first interval, it covered distance x. So in second, it covered 3x. In third, it covered 5x, then 7x. And then in a last interval, it covered 9x. And you can see here, as the interval is upping, I mean, if interval is like increasing from, not increasing, interval is of 0.5 second only, but when time is increasing, distance covered in interval is also increasing. Why? Because as it will come down, its speed will increase. That is why. So 9x value is given. 9x is given as 27. X is how much? 3. Now question is, what is the total distance traveled until this? So total distance के लिए आप in sub interval, whatever distance has been covered in different intervals, we need to add all these distances covered in all intervals, right? So this will become equal to how much? So this is your 7. 9 plus 7 will be equal to how much? 16. 16 plus 3 is how much? 19. And this is 20 and this is 25. So total distance covered is 25x. That is 25 into 3. And that is your 75 meter. Okay. Chalo. Now let's see this question. Position of particle is given by this. Find the acceleration of particle. Very simple question. You know? So position is this. X equal to minus 5t cube plus 2t square plus 20. So dx by dt, if I take, that is velocity, that is equal to 15t square plus 4t plus 20, right? And if we go on to calculate acceleration, that is dv by dt. This is velocity, right? So again, we are going to differentiate it for acceleration, and that will be how much? Minus 30t plus 4. Okay? So we have to calculate acceleration at t equal to 5 seconds. Put the value of t equal to 5 seconds here. Yeah, I'm correct. Yeah. So if you're going to put the value of t equal to 5 seconds, minus 150 plus 4, and this is 146 meter per second square. Question was simple, right? Now, what is the question? A ball dropped from the top of tower falls first half height of tower in 10 seconds. The total time spent by ball in air is nearly. So it is covering half of the height in how much time? So this, let this be total height. Half of the height it is covering in 10 seconds. So it is asking total time. It means we need to calculate in how much time it will come down. Let's see now. So h by 2 height, it came down in 10 seconds. So we can calculate h by 2, right? So if it is getting dropped, again I'm saying u will be 0. So s, applying second equation of motion, s equal to ut plus half at square. S is h by 2 and this is u is 0. So that term became 0. Half into 10 into t ka square, that is your 10 ka square. So this 2 will get cancelled. H is equal to 1000. Now, if we see, if its height is 1000 meter, and we are dropping a ball. How much time will it take to come down? So again, apply second equation of motion. S equal to ut plus half at square. U is 0. Okay. S is how much? 1000. So this is half into 10 into t ka square. So this is 10. And this will become how much? 50. So time is how much? Time is your t equal to root under 50. So the total time spent by ball in air is nearly how much? T equal to, sorry, this is not 50, what I'm doing. Okay. This is 200 now. T will be equal to how much? 2 into 100, sorry, 200. So this is this. So T will be equal to 10 root 2. So that is equal to 14.14 seconds. Okay. So if you have to write integer as an answer, then this is 14 seconds. Now, a juggler tosses a ball up in the air with initial speed u. What is the initial speed with which it is getting juggled? I mean, it is getting tossed up. That is u. At the instant it reaches its maximum height h. So from here, suppose he tossed the ball up. It reached the maximum height. So from here, it is get thrown up with speed u. And here at maximum height, speed will become 0. And this height is given as h. He tosses up a second ball with the same initial speed. Again, with the same initial speed, he is tossing another ball when first ball is at its maximum height. If the two balls will collide at a height h by 4, what is the value of x? Done. So if they are meeting, how they will meet? Because if it has reached maximum height, then another is thrown up. So from maximum height, it will come down. And since it is going up, somewhere they will meet. Okay? Done. So distance covered by this plus distance covered by this has to be equal to what? H. Done it? So let's use this thing and solve this question. So let's say distance covered by first ball that is at its maximum height while coming down before the mate is D1 and distance covered by this is D2. So D1 can be written as what? It can be written as, since its initial speed during this motion is 0, it can be written as D1 equal to half g t square. Second equation of motion I'm using. And D2 can be written as its initial speed is, for this interval is u. So this is ut minus half g t square. Where t is what? T is the time they took to meet. From where to where? Like in t time, second ball traveled from maximum height to this point and first ball traveled from this point to this point. Okay? Now here d1 plus d2 is equal to ut. This will get cancelled, right? And this is equal to how much? H. So from here, we are getting the value of t, right? In terms of h and u that is given in the question. Now we need to calculate height at which they are meeting. So at what height they are meeting? Here they are meeting. So from at D2 height they are meeting. So D2 value, let's calculate. ut u into t. T का value आप क्या रख सकते हो? H by u. H by u minus half g into t का square. H by u का square, right? Done it. So how much value you are going to get? Let's calculate. So if you solve it, you will get cancelled. H minus how much you are going to get here? GH square by 2u square. Now this is a problem because here u is not in our answer, right? So how u and h are related? Done. So maximum height reached is given in the question, that is h, and the speed of projection is given u. So if you think here, if you see here, this is getting projected with initial speed u and it is able to reach height h. So u and h can be related here, like from here to here. If we use equation of motion for this interval, then we can write s equal to ut plus half 80 square. ये use करोगे तो we cannot get it, but we can use third equation of motion, that is v square equal to u square plus 2s. So final speed will become 0. Initial speed is u square minus 2gh. So h in terms, h is how much? H is u square by 2g. So u square is how much? U square is 2gh. Okay, it's fine now. H minus gh square by 2 into u square. U square can be written as 2gh. So here, if you see, G will get cancelled, one H will get cancelled, and it is H minus H by 4. So answer is 3H by 4. So X ka value is how much? It is 3. We just need to carefully navigate through what we need to calculate to reach up to the answer. Okay. Now let's do this question. So here you can see this is a screw gauge, and there are 50 divisions on like it's given number of circular division on the sole screw gauge is 50. Okay, so on this circular thing there is 50 divisions. It moves 0.5 millimeter on main scale for one complete rotation. Means when it is rotating completely, then on main scale, like when on main scale it will show one mark, it means it has traveled by how much distance? 0.5 millimeter. The diameter of ball is. Now let's first calculate the least count of this screw gauge. So least count of a screw gauge is written as how much distance it moves on main scale in one complete rotation. That is here 0.5 millimeter divided by total division. So this is 0.01 millimeter. Now look at the diagram because we need to give the reading. When no ball or nothing is getting measured, then this is the diagram of the screw gauge. So here you can see there is no reading on the main scale, that is 0. But on circular scale, this line, this particular line is not coinciding with 0. It is coinciding with 5. So it is already measuring something. That is called positive error. Done. So when we will calculate, like here we are putting something to measure and we will get certain measurement. So that measurement won't be correct because it was already measuring some value without this ball being put between the jaws. So whatever value we are getting out of here, from that we need to subtract something to get the accurate measurement. Done. So here there is positive error, and value of positive error is how much? It is only on circular scale, so that is 5 unit. So 5 division on circular scale into least count. So this is 0.05 millimeter. So we will subtract this error from whatever value we will get from here. So let's read this reading. So here if you see, second diagram has reading both on circular scale and what is that? Main scale. Okay, so reading on main scale is how much unit? Let's see. So this is 0, and then there are how many lines? 1 and 2. Okay, 1, 2. So 2 unit on main scale and 25 unit on circular scale. So total reading, if I talk about reading on main scale reading plus circular scale reading. Main scale reading 2 unit into, if 1 unit measurement has how much value, that is 0.5 millimeter. Okay, so this is 0.5. Circular scale reading, it will be how much? 25 into least count, that is 0.01, and this is minus how much? 0.05 actual value. Okay, so this will be equal to how much? This is your 1 plus, if I do here one thing, 25 minus 5, that is 20. 20 into 1 by 100. So this is equal to 0.2. So this is 1.2. So this is the value of, this is the reading we will get out of this device. Done. We have to calculate 10D. So 10 into D is 1.2, and that is equal to 12. Okay. Am I correct? So this value is okay. Now let's see. The correct answer is what? 12. Sorry, here I have written 1.2. That is reading written basically. We need to calculate 10D. So answer will be 10 into 1.2, and that is your 12. Okay, sorry. Let's read the question. A particle initially at rest starts moving from reference point x equal to 0. Initially, its speed is 0. It is at x equal to 0 with velocity v that varies as 4 root under x. The acceleration of the particle. So velocity as a function of x is given. Acceleration we need to calculate. We already know that acceleration is also written as v dv by dx. Done. This is also a formula. Acceleration we write as dv by dt. We can also mold it into this. How? Like here, you can divide it with dx, multiply it with dx, and then you will get a v dv by dx. So this is this. Acceleration, so I will use that v dv by dx. So v is how much? This is your 4 root under x into d 4 root under x by dx. How much value we are going to get? Let's see, 4 root under x into this will become 4 into x का power कितना है? 1 by 2 है. So this will become half x का power 1 by 2 minus 1, that is 1 by root under x. So this will get cancelled and this will become this and you will get 8. So correct answer will be what? It will be your 8. Okay. So this is all for this session, and even if you are having doubt in any other question, you can send to me or you can ask me in the class that will very soon start. So till then, each one of you take care of yourself. Do keep reading, like your unit test is also coming. So keep reading and keep attending test. Bye bye. Take care.